Everyone flinched when he smashed a vase as his parents looked at him shocked while Zara even cried more. What is this behavior, Jungkook? You better not to go near her, otherwise I will kill you. She looked at him shocked. It wasn't intentional. Jungkook, you can't talk to her like this. She interrupts while his eyes burning with anger. You have lost your mind. What are you saying? I told you it can't happen. Jungkook looked at him. You are no one to decide that. I made a decision that I won't marry her at any cost. Zara looked at him angrily as she grabbed his collar. What is there in her that I don't have? She asked, gritting teeth, and he chuckled sarcastically. She has my heart, which you don't have, he said, removing her hands from his collar. You are being stupid. You just want the replacement of me. That's why you choose her. Don't call it love, she bitterly said, and he raised brows. Replacement? He chuckled right. Replacement for what? The place I never gave you, huh? Stop living in delusion. I will marry, not Zara. While his parents looked at him disappointed as he looked at his dad. I thought at least you will support me, he said, being disappointed. I never will, he replied while he ignored him. Good then, I must be clear to you all. And yes, I want no one from my family to go near her with any bad intentions. I swear no one will worsen than me, he warned. Don't do this, she said with a plea. Please free me from this toxic relationship and let me live, Mom. I'm suffocated, he said, being hurt. You're fighting the entire family for the girl you just met yesterday, he chuckled sarcastically. I will fight the world for the girl I met yesterday, he said, and his father shook his head, looking at his craziness. You have gone crazy, he mumbled. I am, he replied. I want to get rid of him. I don't want him behind me. Please help me, Alia, you said, being lost in your thoughts. Say him directly. You don't want. You closed your eyes. I said I couldn't dominate him. I don't know what happens when he is around. A little sad tone in his she said. First you have to decide that you don't want or not. You laid on the bed. He loves me, you said out of blue. But it doesn't happen like this. We just met 2 days ago. Life is not a movie. How can someone fall for anyone like this? She sighed. If it doesn't happen like this, then you should also not feel bad when you see them together. You bite your lips because she ain't lying. What you actually want? I didn't feel good for his fiancée. Why is doing this? You mumble, and she sighed heavily. Maybe they might not share a great bond. That's why. You never know. If you have so many insecurity, why don't you clear everything from him? You said. He's not my boyfriend, but he behave like one. You sighed. I don't want to get in a relationship with him. I don't want to break someone's heart. Their relationship. I just want that he leave me, but I don't know how. That man gives me a lot of anxiety. And you stopped as you couldn't say a word. He would marry happily if he didn't meet me, you said, making invisible circle on the. Might be or might not be, but I think it's all destiny that you meet him. He's really calm around you, she said, smiling, and you closed your eyes because of weird feelings. But I don't want him. Why he just can't leave me? Your words are not matching with your tone, and she didn't say anything. That's up to you. And I don't think if you make it very clear to him, he will force you. Sorry to say, but he has seen some approach from your side too. That's why. You brush your fingers in hairs because you never been so clear to him. But I will make it clear. I know how, you mumbled. You ignored the call, which kept ringing from unknown number, but when a message popped up, why are you not picking up my calls? Little did you know who was it, still you chose to ignore. But then another message popped up. If you are going to ignore me like this, I am coming to your place. You sighed as it rings again. Girl, I think it's about the intentions. It never seems he's a creep or something like that. She kept talking and you just hummed looking at the caller ID. Did he ever discuss you by his actions? No, you replied and she sighed. It's complicated and out of my understanding, and I don't know what to say more. You know better. You just hum and there is a silence for a while. Alia is calling me. Are you going to pick? If I didn't, he will come to my house. You knowingly mumbled and she doesn't know what to say. Does he really love you or just obsessed? There is no expression on your face. Both. She blows some air. Answer him or else there will be a problem for you. We'll talk tomorrow. You hummed. Bye. You answered his call. There is a silence on both sides as if both of them didn't say anything, but you can hear his breathing, so you decided to speak. What happened? Are you okay? He asked, and you took a moment to reply. You just hummed while he took a relief. I'm sorry I didn't check on you. Just can't leaving you there. You didn't got hurt, right? Do I owe any explanation from you? Only you do. He replied, making a hot flutter as you laid down looking at the ceiling. You know, right? It's not right what you are doing. Don't say like that. If you also say like this, something will happen to me. I call you to feel relaxed. You change the side. But it's not right, I know. You should not get habituated because I don't think I will ever marry you or hook to you, he said. You know my weakness very well, right? That I can't force you. But I'm not a god too that I can just let you go. I will try till end. I won't give up. His words made you feel overwhelmed. So you didn't know why you just did video call to him, as you just wanted to see him, and he squint brows as he attended and you just heard him. Your words doesn't match with your actions, ma'am. He squint and he kept looking at your company effect might be. As you just stare at each other as you both are laying on the bed. It's not. I'm very clear about you. You look down as you look at him. Please don't do this. I can't take it. Just forget that we ever met. He shook his head. Never. Even my conscious mind can forget you, which will be exception, but my subconscious mind will never. Whenever I will see you, it will make my heart beat like it never beat before. I can't help. My heart will always find you. You close your eyes, hearing those words which directly hit to your heart, that his eyes don't lie. And it made you realize how deeply he has fallen for you. That he is not going to leave you at any cost, but something which is stopping you. And you don't want to make any move. You just listen. I'm feeling so many emotions which burst inside you. You will find any way to get away from him. That's what your mind is telling you. It's just dominating otherwise. You both stared each other and he stared you with so much love when he speaks. Aren't you sleepy? He asked and you shook your head. You want to end this call? He shook his head. I want to see you sleeping. I feel you were sleeping next to me. You chuckled a little hearing him. Your imagination gone too far. He chuckled slightly. I imagined my whole future with you, so that's just a starting. Don't hide your hopes. You never know what if I marry someone else. You won't. I know. Our meeting is not accidental. It is destined. We are having great future. Our cute little family. Me, you, and our two babies. You just smile, shaking your head. How confident he is. Then I will prove you wrong. You are highly delusional. He ignored your words. Okay, sleep. You have classes also tomorrow. You looked at him. I'm not sleepy. Stare deep in your soul, and he chuckled. I see. You want to look at me all night long. You just listen. But sleep. You have whole life to see me. I will lay next to you, then we will stare at each other whole night. You smiled, feeling your eyes heavy. You were surely something. You mumbled and you chuckled. Yes, I know. But sleep, I don't want you to be sleeping in lectures. It's not good for studies. You made an annoyed face. I got one more reason not to marry you. He chuckled. You have infinite reason to marry me. You blushed and he smiled looking at you as you slightly closed your eyes. Jungkook smiled looking at you that your eyes are heavy still talking to him. But after a while, you didn't know when you drifted into sleep while talking to him. And he adored you sleeping. Good night, my sleeping beauty, he said, kissing his phone and smiled. You have thinking all the time about him during the lectures. You just can't stop thinking about him. You are a little upset but you heard the gossip about you both in university after yesterday incident. No one blame man but always woman because that's how it going from starting. You heard some people calling you homewrecker because of some obvious reason which you don't know. That's why you didn't reply to his messages and calls as you were in your thoughts when someone tapped your shoulder as you look. Are you okay? She asked with concern and you nodded lowering your head. Don't mind them. They are all like this. You just focus on yourself. You know right, you didn't did anything wrong. You nodded sighing. I was scared of this thing only. How biased people are. Of course I will never break anyone's relationship. You said as your thoughts start getting heavy. And she nodded. I'm not the one who is behind him at first place. She hugged you and you controlled your society is like this. They find easy to blame women even there is an involvement of men most. She broke the hug. Hey girls, he came running and you corrected yourself. Hi Woon, tiredly and he looked at you smilingly. You look upset. Did something happen, my lady? Alia looked at you and then you have been on a vacation for a week, that's why she is upset. He got happy and you looked Alia with done face. You were missing me, she said, pinching your cheeks a little while you gave him a small smile. Yeah, how have you been? You asked and he smiled. Not so good without you. You gave him a blank look. You again started and he huffed while fixing his hair. I don't know, when I just see you it came out of my own. You sighed. Done. Didn't you find anyone else today to flirt with? He chuckled. I'm practicing to propose someone, that's why. He said laughing and you squirmed. Who is that girl, huh? You asked raising voice. You. You blinked multiple times as Alia do too. Excuse me? He laughed nervously. Choking. You sometimes go beyond while joking, she said sighing. Don't worry, I'll reveal her today. Both Alia and Ryan frowned in confusion. But let's eat something, he said, dragging Ryan and Alia as they followed. Jungkook leaned his head on a chair as he put hand on his head, and Taehyung watched him while drinking tea, how frustrated he is, as he got up aggressively and walked to window looking outside. You won't find her here. He spoke while munching some snacks and Jungkook looked at him. I told you that don't break this engagement, but still you didn't listen to me. At least you might have backup plan if she doesn't accept you. Jungkook looked at him unbelievably. Are we on some kind of mission that we should have backup plan? Like seriously, she's the one I want to marry. She's the one I fell in love with. Taehyung looked at him with sarcastic as he placed a cup on the table and walked to him while hands in his pockets, and Jungkook shook his head. People learn from others' experience. You should learn from my experience. And seriously, Jungkook, there is nothing like love. And first of all, you are not even in relationship with her. It feels like you just forcing her to be in. Jungkook just listened. Let's suppose Even she gets into a relationship with you, but one day she will break your heart. And that heartbreak you might not able to take it. At least Zara accepting you with open arms, not like the one you are roaming behind. He said, putting hand on his shoulder, and he just gave him a look. There's still time, otherwise you will ruin yourself. He removed his hands from his shoulder gently. When I said that I won't give up till the end, then I never will. And if you think I'm forcing her to be with me, then I'm not. I've seen her eyes. He say something and do something. I know she might not love me yet, but sure like me. And for me, I fall for every time I see her. He said with so much. And Zara, she just wants me. And you don't even know her madness about me. I never wanted her to know about wine. She's just obsessed with me. When I don't feel anything for her, why would I just marry her just sake of my family or anyone? It's marriage, a lifetime commitment. I don't think it as a responsibility. I will marry her or no one. He took a pause. People find me crazy. How can I fall for someone I just met? But only I know what I feel for her. It's beyond any explanation and unexpressible. I just love her. He finally said, making Taehyung to shut his eyes. Jungkook walked, bumping his shoulder, and he massaged his head, looking in the direction where he got disappear. I wish you get the love you want, he mumbled. Jungkook just walked as he really frustrated but stopped as he heard some familiar name and students are talking around about her only. And his brows jolted hearing those gossips. Seriously, I thought she is innocent, but look how lucky she is. She just got hooked to a man who has money with looks. I just can't believe that what she did to Jungkook sir, that he broke his engagement and years of relationship. Wine got a big hand on it, but she really doesn't feel guilty for breaking their engagement. That's my question. You know how upset Saraman looked? Is she happy being other woman, such a motherless? Flinched and stopped because of sudden growl. So, being scared as he walked near them while other groups just got separated and quickly bored. Aren't you ashamed of your behavior? You yourself a woman. And talking like this for other women, huh? He angrily said, and they just looked at each other being terrified. And who told you that I broke my engagement because of her, huh? Did I say that to you? On a very first hand, why you are all interested in my personal life? He said, looking all of them. If you are saying that she is the reason of my breakup, then why are you not blaming me as well? Because I'm the one who broke up. Why are you not bad bitching about me? Why are you not saying bad about me? He said angrily. Listen to me carefully. If I heard anything from anyone's mouth saying bad about her, then no one will be worse than me. You know who I am and what can I do. Did you get that? He said, warning them as they nodded. Sorry, sir. And he shook his head and walked angrily. I fucked up so badly. She has been listening all this alone, can't even say anything. I'm so sorry that you have to bear this because of me, he mumbled, walking. She must be upset. There is no fault of her, he mumbled. He chuckled a little as Alia looked at you and smiled, and Jongwon smiled looking at you that he has been successful bringing a smile on your face. Okay, Vaina, now you have to help me now, you frowned. How? I told you that I will propose the girl I like, so I need to do practice to propose her. So just help me. You frowned at first while looked at him blankly. Just say her name. Why are you twisting up things? Jongwoo sighed. Could you stop interfering for a while? Just stay silent and watch the show. Alia glared at him. You are so mean, he nodded, clenching his face. Will you help me, Ryan? He nodded confusingly. Okay. He smiled widely. Give me a minute, he said as he went to take his bag, which is on bench. Will you both just exchanged glances and confusion as he came back in speed of light. As he knelt down while his hands behind his back, as Alia peeked to see that there is a rose in his hands, and she raises brows. Actually, I want to say this from a long time. I don't know how to start. I will be straightforward. You just listen him as he extended you a rose and you just smiled. I like you. Would you be my girlfriend? He chuckled as he took the rose from his hands while looking at it. Nice try, but girls really love cheesy lines that you sugarcoat them. They will show that they don't like, but yeah, they love it. So add some more lines and efforts are good. He looked at you sincerely. I'm asking you, Ian. I really like you. Will you be my girlfriend? I wanted to say this from a long time. Would you like to date me? And his smile faded slowly as Alia's jaw dropped. As you're about to say something when your eyes landed on him, who was looking at you with dark eyes, and your smile completely dropped. And you ignored him as if you didn't see him, as you looked at him, Jungkook smilingly. Yes, I would like to date you one. You don't know why you said that, but you just said that. And a wide smile appeared on his face while Alia looked at you shocked. He clenched the fist as you are about to say something more, but stopped as he came held a wrist while you shot a glare to him. And Jungkook quickly got up seeing him, which made him scared as Alia knew it got messed up so bad that the damn timing he make it here. Leave my hand, sir. You said, trying to free yourself from his grip while he kept glaring at you. He slowly took the rose from your hand and threw it on the floor, before crushing it on the floor, making your mouth hung open as you looked at him, and he didn't take his eyes off from you for a second. Leave my hand, you said as your voice broke a little. This is what you want, he whispers, gritting the teeth. It's none of your business. He leaves your wrist with a small jerk as you breathed, and he looked at Chongwu angrily. In my office now, Miss Kim Ryan and you, Mr. Romeo, he ordered, and he gives you a last glare before walking out. While you just watch his disappearing figure and unknowingly a lone tear slide down from your eyes because you don't know why you are feeling bad looking at him. Because more than anger, there is a pain visible in his eyes that he's hurt.